everybody, it's me. It is, I'm trying to think of what day it is. It is Thursday, and I have the day off, but yet I've been like doing nothing around the house, took the dog out for a walk, and it's really muddy, so then I had to give her a bath. But so it's like 3:30 on Thursday, and I will be posting this right after I film it, because I haven't painted in a few days, and normally I have, you know, backups, but I have no backups. So this is it. So I am painting today on this board. I bought this wood panel on Amazon, so that's the back. So it's a deep one, and it's 18 by 18, and that looks to be like 1.5 inches, I think. And I had specifically saved the label, and I've looked all over and I cannot find it. But if you look on Amazon, you know, wood art panels, there's a bunch for the same brand, and I can't think of the brand, but this was, as I said, it's 18 by 18, and I want to say it was about $14. So you can find it on Amazon. I primed it with gesso and then sanded it down a bit. And I am taping up the edges because I'm going to do kind of a floating cup on it. And I'm going to use Grumbacher Prussian Blue mixed with this Artist Loft Iridescent Medium. This gives fabulous results. Way better than I think the Liquitex one does. I showed these on another video, these coasters. And they have resin on them, but don't look at my nasty fingernails, but you can see that glitter in there. It's super cool, and that's just from that. So I put it in the blue because on the coasters it looked really pretty in the dark blue. And I wish I had filmed those coasters or written down what I'd done so that I could do it again. But I don't know what I did. I don't know what I used. And I'm going to use Liquitex Basic Bright Aqua, Liquitex Basic Bright Blue Violet, Artist Loft Light Magenta, and no, I'm not going to use that one. I want that other purple. Let's see if I can, not that one. Oh, I have 2 Artist Loft purples mixed up. Huh. I should really be using one of those. But I want to use Prism Violet instead. And I added, so those are all mixed with Floetrol and water. I've got videos on those. And I added into that blue, I added Spot On Treadmill Lubricant. And I get this on Amazon. I've had it forever, and I've only used, I mean, this thing I think will last me till I die. And then my white is Dutch Boy Interior Latex. And my trusty washing machine pan. So I think I have, so all the basics, I think I've got covered in there. And I am going to do a floating cup, which, excuse me, I still have this stupid cold. I will pour white in here, and then a flip cup. That will just kind of be like a flip and drag all on its own. So let's make the flip cup, and then I'll worry about the white. So I just have a little bit of that left. I'm hoping this doesn't turn out too pastel-ish. I'm almost wondering, looking back at those coasters, might leave the pink out. I think I'll leave the purple in. And let's do mint and phthalo green mixed together. Let's do this combo instead. So all the snow is melting here, and my backyard is one gigantic soupy mess. And my dog came in just covered in mud and smelling, and so, and then I took her on a walk, and at that point I was like, just, you know, stomp through the mud pile, or mud and water puddles, I don't even care at this point. And so then I came home and I attempted to give her a bath, but I forgot the tub doesn't plug, so I had to keep the water running, and, you know, it was kind of humorous. I don't think she thought so, but I did. But I kept thinking, you know, as she's running through the family room with her muddy paws, that, oh, I was going to fill this. That would have upset me so much in the past. I mean, a few years ago, that would have just set me, like, total anxiety. The house is a mess, and the paw prints, and, you know, oh my gosh, and, you know, stressed about it, and, you know, the carpet's ruined, and yada yada. But I don't know if it's just, you know, growing smarter as I grow older, or just in light of all of our world issues, you know, puts paw prints in perspective, or, you know, the drugs I take. I have no idea. But all I know is that, you know, I was like, whatever, you know, it's paw prints. And the house smells like a pigsty, but, you know, it doesn't matter. In the scheme of things, when I am remembered on my deathbed, are people going to say, you know, her house did smell a little bit like a zoo this one day I went there? Or are they going to be like, she was so cool? Well, I don't really think they'll probably say that. But they'll be like, oh, I don't know what they'll say. But I doubt they'll talk about dirty paw prints and the smell of wet dog. So that's kind of like my awakening thought today. These little bits of dried things keep getting. I'm usually not very sentimental or sappy or anything, but I was thinking about that as I was taking my walk. You know, maybe it's, and I don't talk about current events on here, but maybe it's because of, you know, what happened in Florida yesterday, but, and you know, I'm not up for discussing anything in comments. I try and keep my art page art, but right now I'm struggling to open my white. But, you know, it puts stuff in perspective, and muddy paw prints are really no big friggin' deal. So that's my soapbox for the day. So just throw your dog in a bathtub and move on with life. It's going to be my motto. Throw it in a bathtub and move on. Whatever your problems are, just toss them in the bath and move on with your day. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of FaceTiming with somebody I met through, I better see if I can be seen this when I'm tilting it upwards. I may have to move you back a little. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Yeah. Move you back a little so that when I tilt it, hopefully you can still see it. So I had the pleasure of FaceTiming with somebody I met through here, you know, who had emailed me, and we'd corresponded a bit, and he wanted some advice on an art submission for some shows, and it was fascinating. The opportunities that this channel has given me are amazing. Like, there's no way I would have met, well, probably any of you. And now some of you are, you know, my personal friends. And if not personal friends, I know your names and I chat with you in my comments. And, you know, I look forward to them. And even if I am being really crappy about responding to them right now, because I'm like 7 days behind, but you know, I really love you. I got a couple days behind, and then I was, you know, and then I keep trying, but I just keep getting behind. There is a chunk right here. And chunk right here. So I think later, because people have been asking some more about, okay, I need some more white. This is just frustrating. But I don't want to flood the canvas too much, but it will have to go on the sides. So with the resin, how I literally wash it in the sink like I'm washing a plate. I think I'll have my husband film me doing that so you guys really see that that's exactly what I mean when I say it. Because I think some of you were like, what? But that is exactly what I mean. I squeezed Dawn dish soap on my painting, get my hand wet, rub it all in, and dry it off with a paper towel. Because I laugh. I'm like, oh, my husband, I'll have him film that. I'm sure he'll be delighted. We have no children, and neither one of us have to work tomorrow. So yes, what would you like to do tonight, honey? Can you film me washing my art? I mean, if that is not an intriguing evening for him, then I just don't know what is. Because my son is in Florida at an international youth group event. About 5,000 teens from, I want to say 36 different countries. Pretty sure it's 36. I mean, it just blows my mind. Last year, because they have, I mean, he's there for 5 days, so they have tons of different sessions of stuff. And last year he took a session that was solely in Russian, just because he thought that would be interesting. I'm sure it was. I mean, he can't speak Russian, but didn't stop him. He really is living the life. Every time I'm videoing, I'm like, my son is so-and-so. Definitely a much more exciting life than I'm leading. But he probably didn't give a dog a bath today. All right, I am so thrilled that I picked these colors and took away the pink. The pink would have given this more of like a kid-like feel. And I always live in fear of making, you know, baby shower art. So this is, so I'm just going to, I kind of manually made that. Okay. So very, very pretty. Most of the purple got lost. I'm thinking about going in again. I think I'm going to add a little white. So I added some white, and I'm going to go back with the blue and the purple. I hope this isn't a mistake. far it's doing exactly what I wanted. That is exactly how I wanted it to be. Is this? Oops, that's that. So I'm going. I think those are the only areas that now I just have to see how deep this is. Not really that deep. I don't really have all that much paint on it, but I need to get it off onto the sides, that's for sure. And none of it's wanting to come off. I forgot to take the back of this, as I'm grabbing it right now with my painty hands. Oh well, it's wood, I can paint it or sand it. I love this part right here. I'm really hoping that part stays. I can see the paint slowly coming over here. Trying to be careful. I'll probably just have to end up painting the sides. Well, sun is getting down, but nothing on this side. It's really not thick at all. So I did it probably right. You know, I got the right amount of paint on there. Not too much and not too little. Yeah, there's not even... So what I'm going to do then... put white in here. And just going to go along the edges. And then kind of finger paint it in. So I'm going to torch it. Oh, there it is. Reminds me of my earlier ones. Really like it. I'm so glad I went with that color choice, and I am really glad that I added in the extra purple and the blue. I really like it. Zoom in. Yeah, this part I really like. So thank you so much for watching. Keep watching, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.